Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. All right, here I'm with Adam Brandley. He is the CEO of the Independent Stock Market. I got that right, Adam?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. All right, now it's America's Real Deal. You are the CEO of this company. Give us some background on you. What was the impetus to bring this new market to the world? And I'm going to leave you with the big punchlines here on this. I want you to talk to us about what makes this so unique. But first, you.
Well, I come from a family of 11 boys. Dad was a school teacher and began business early on. Started a lawn business like most people, and really learned why people should get in business for themselves. And I found out that was just me. My brother had a job mowing lawns, and I said, well, why don't you just do the whole thing instead of work there? So I found out early on it wasn't about the money. It was just, it made sense to do everything. And as I got a little older, I got invited to be part of a broker-dealer firm. The guy had 300 brokers, and he was one of my lawn clients. I said, I want to learn the business. And fast forward about 20 plus years, he and I became partners in a broker-dealer firm. And then he really wanted to retire. He was 20 years older than me. And so I really learned about compliance and how money's raised. We did mergers and acquisitions, did an international distribution company. When we set that business aside, I was going to work on some technology that I owned patents on. But companies kept coming to me and saying, we need capital. Can you help us? But the SEC had just changed the rules to say that in order to be an accredited investor, which means have $1 million more net worth, you couldn't include the value of your home. But most people's wealth is in their home.
Right.
So that meant 3 out of the 4 people that were accredited now didn't qualify. And the last person in 2008, 2009 was holding on to everything they had. So these startup companies, they were trying to raise capital and yet couldn't find the accredited investors. But that's all they could go to as a private business owner. Mm-hmm. And so I told them, I said, you're going to need to go public. But I'm not going to take you public. I've played that game, and I've seen manipulators and predators play on these companies that don't have large reserves to buy back stock and manage that when people are shorting stock.
Right.
And shorting stock, I know you're aware, but for your audience, means that people can make money if your business fails. That just shouldn't be the case.
Right.
So it finally came to me through some personal experiences that I need to create a new market independent of Wall Street without any short sales, no derivatives at all, where it's a buy, sell, bid, ask platform where I invest because I like you and I like your business. I want to be part of it.
Good. The business of not being able to short on that market, that separates you from anything else. I've never heard of that. How did you make that possible?
Well, there's certain rules and regulations with anything, and it is a marketplace. It is not an exchange, but it's a marketplace, and there's some certain rules and regulations. But what really is making that possible is adding our television show that you mentioned, America's Real Deal.
Right.
And America's Real Deal has Kevin Harrington, an original shark on Shark Tank, Forbes Riley, who's just a billionaire icon. And those two come in and meet with business owners that we vetted and get to know them so that you, as the audience, can get to know them. And what's even better is you can pull up our app as a viewing audience and instantly invest through our marketplace.
Okay, so you can watch the show and invest through the app simultaneously.
That's right.
Okay, this is very captivating. There are stages through this process. Walk us through the stages, because from my understanding, you cannot be pre-listed anywhere else. You're going to have to go through a organic process to become listed on this marketplace so that they can avail themselves to the capital markets to grow their business. I'm on page with you?
Yeah, so let me kind of define that a little bit
Yeah.
better. Because I know you're just new, but I'm telling you what, no one's picked it up faster than you have. So I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
What we've done is we've said, look, we want to help companies of all sizes. So if you're startup, it's hard to get money, and you go to friends and family, but you're all by yourself, and they know you, and so what we do is we team up with them, and we coach them and mentor them, and have them have an event with 50 or 100 of their friends and family, where they really can look eye to eye and make that commitment, instead of a friend here just writing a big check and not having that commitment. Mm-hmm. So we vet them out from that get-go. Mm-hmm. Now, some companies are already doing $1 million or more in revenue. Those are the ones that qualify to be on our show. Because as we have non-accredited investors, anyone 18 and older that can invest, we want to make sure they're vetted. Right. Just like a private equity firm or a broker-dealer firm would vet. So we want to take a look at their financials. We want to look at everything that has to do with that company succeeding. And we want to make sure there's some proof. And the proof is revenue, right? Not just I have a cool idea.
Prove the theory.
But is it making money, right? Is the margins right? Is the industry right? Are you understanding your competition? So that is our equity crowdfund level. And we utilize a funding portal to handle all of the process that take place with that. With the SEC, we utilize an SEC broker-dealer firm. We utilize an SEC stock transfer agent to make sure that when a person uses the app and invests, the money's held in an escrow through a broker-dealer firm. And then when that money's released to the issuer, to the business, that an SEC stock transfer agent issues the stock. So not somebody at $10 an hour trying to manage a cap table where we've all invested.
Right.
It's got to be handled at the highest level, and we do that. And now, when we take them further to where they're worth about $20 million, now they can go on our marketplace. They do what's called a RegA plus offering that makes them fully public as a fully traded public company on our marketplace.
Your symbols, just off the top of my head, because NASDAQ has more symbols than the New York Stock Exchange. Have you worked that out yet?
Yeah, that's all part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they going to be three letters?
Well,
5 letters? I mean, how are you going to do that? That's going to be a unique branding part.
Yeah, so some of those things we'll just disclose as we go.
Okay.
But what is unique is that as private citizens, non-accredited investors, mm-hmm. they can come in and buy in these private companies and see that upside. You see, my dad, as a school teacher, he never had that opportunity.
Right.
Because he wasn't an accredited investor. So when did he get to buy in? When they're already public. But where's the wealth made? It's usually made buying in early. If you put $100 in Uber, you'd have $426,000 today. But did a non-accredited investor have that chance back then?
Not at all.
No. Today, they do. And they can see that upside from here all the way to going public.
So they can participate on the private side, walk through the process, and then participate again on the public side, or have a liquidity event. Exactly.
So where normally when you invest in a private business, mm-hmm. you're stuck.
And for quite a while, for the most part.
Yeah, because less than 1% of 1% of companies ever have an exit. So you're really stuck. But with our model, we plan to take each one of those companies all the way through the process, provide liquidity for every participating company. Now, we know that some companies aren't going to make it. But if we can vet them as well as private equity funds do, then we have to believe that we'll hit those same ratios. You know, out of 10 deals, 2 will fail, 4 will break even, 3 will do okay, and 1 might do better than okay. Maybe 1 out of 20 will do really well. But now, average citizen has that same opportunity that before it was the rich getting richer. Now it's not the case.
Brilliant. All right. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you.
All right. You've been watching CEO with Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.